capsule version of this case is, Mr. Benson, you rent a house to the defendant. The defendant receives subsidized housing through Section 8 housing, which partially pays for the rent on the house.
Yes.
You do not rent any part of the basement to her, only the top part of the house. And you had your things stored in the basement.
Yes.
Now, it is your claim that without your permission, the defendant, who, according to her, son was moving, he needed to store his things, she took it upon herself to put your stuff out of the basement, to get rid of your stuff. You came by and saw that some of the stuff was damaged or missing, and so you're suing her for $5,000 for that, despite the fact that she's still your tenant.
Yes.
Is that your case?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, Ms. Stuckey, if I'm reading this correctly, you did in fact remove his items from the basement, knowing that you had no permission to rent, nor were you renting any part of the basement, so that you had the authority to use it as your own space. Is that true?
No.
Is what you're telling me you were renting the basement as well as the rest of the house?
No. What I'm saying is that I asked, can I move some of the things downstairs in the basement, because I was using the basement as storage from the time we moved there.
So you asked him if you could move some of his stuff?
Some of our stuff down to the basement.
No, you said you asked permission, I assume, from the plaintiff.
Yes.
If you could move some of his stuff to put more of your stuff.
Yes.
And instead of moving it, you moved it out.
Yes.
Well, you can't do that.
I didn't move it out right away. I asked permission. I said, can I move some of this stuff? Because there was a sewage problem going on down there where things was getting damaged. So I said, I asked him verbally, can I move this out to make room?
Well, now you're using the word out. You didn't use the word out before. You said, can I move some of your stuff because I want to put more stuff of mine in the basement?
Yes, but this was 2 different times, ma'am.
Give me the month and the year that you moved his stuff, and give me the month and year that you moved out his stuff.
The month that I moved some of his stuff to the other side was in November of 2019 when I came, in 2018. When I came home. When I moved his stuff out of the basement, as prior to that, I'd asked him over the phone verbally.
In 2018, November, you just moved the stuff in the basement. You shoved it over. You didn't move it outside.
No, ma'am.
In what month and year did you move his stuff outside?
After the sewage backed up again in January of 2019.
So in January of 19, tell me the conversation that you had with him.
I called him on the phone. I said, the sewer is backing up. I said, a lot of my things are being damaged. He said, you can move the stuff outside because I need it to be cleared out anyway. I got my nephew to move everything outside, including my stuff, because it was already damaged, to clean up the basement.
Do you recall that conversation in January?
Absolutely not.
Did you have a sewage backup problem in the house?
There was a sewer backup problem.
In what month?
I can look and see the receipt that it happened.
Go ahead.
There was one in,
No, January 2019.
No.
When was the sewage backup
This
problem?
was in 2015 was a backup?
No, not 15.
There's none in 2019.
None?
None in 2019.
Can I see the one from 15? You have any proof at all, Ms. Stuckey, that there was a sewage backup problem in 2019?
Well, I didn't bring no proof.
Proof?
But
Well,
I
that's
had
what you were
somebody-
coming to court for.
Yeah, but I didn't know I had to prove a lot of things. My first time, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's 2015, and they have not been back since.
No.
How did it come about that you were going by the house? Because you did see some of the stuff outside.
Yes, I was going to the house because I was going to talk to the tenants, Carolyn, about her move process, because she's actually has been in a move process for the last year. She has, the Section 8 has, I have documents that show that she has a voucher to move.
She was moving out of your house.
She had asked for a move back in, I think it's 2017. I have the voucher from Section 8 that gave her a move, but she didn't find a place, and so they gave her an extension. And so I was going to talk to her about the backed up rent, because rent was backed up, and also to find out about the process of the move.
When you say backed up rent, what does that mean?
So she hadn't been paying since November of 2018. I haven't received rent from her. The Section 8 portion is coming, but not her portion.
How much was she supposed to pay?
Her share, I believe, was $288. It was $973 at one time, but then they switched it to $288.
And when was the last time she paid? In November of 2018?
November 2018 was the last time the payment happened.
Why?
रुक के बना रहा हूँ। इधर एक दफ़ा जब हम लोग स्पीड से जा रहे थे, उधर तो कौन था जब रास्ते में खड्डा आया था। गलती से अगर हम उस खड्डे में जाते हैं, आज हम लोग अस्पताल में होते या घर में पड़े होते।
गैराज से ले जाओ।
ओ ओडी का गराज, मैंने गराज देखा, गाड़ी नहीं देखी कभी। इधर ही है ना, वो सामने तो नहीं गई।
मेरे को दिखाया तो है यार, याद है उसी जो रास्ते सब बंद हो गए थे।
हाँ हाँ
इधर वो दिखाया
हाँ। लोग जो है ना, अभी क्या हुआ, चाय तो दे ही नहीं रहा। तो अभी हम लोग वापस जाने लगे हैं अपने घर पे। बहुत ज़्यादा भूख लग रही है, तो आप ये देख सकते हैं भी रास्ता। हम वापस चलते हैं, आपको भी इंजॉयमेंट देते हैं सफ़र का। घूम ही जा रहे हैं और गर्मी इतनी ज़्यादा है, मैं आपको क्या बताऊं। तो अभी यहीं पर ही है, जब तक कज़न गया हुआ है ऊपर काम वाम करने के लिए। तो जब आते हैं फिर चलते हैं घर।